Hi. So the next poses are actually in the prone position where we're laid on our fronts on the mat, and the first two are often confused. So if I'll just show you the difference in terms of the arm position, that's probably a good idea. So the first one's called Sphinx. So I'd probably like you to think of the lions in Trafalgar Square, how they sit with their elbows in against the rib cage. The elbows are directly under the shoulders, and the forearms are out in front, and the head is proud, looking forward. So that's the start of the Sphinx position. The Cobra position, in Cobra we start with our forehead on the floor. So if you ever get confused and you're in this position with your elbows below your shoulders, try and put your forehead on the floor. It's impossible. So for Cobra, the arms come back. We keep the elbows near the rib cage, and the knuckles of the fingers are about level with the eyes, and we place the forehead on the floor. So that's the basic difference between the two. So we'll start with Sphinx first of all. So elbows below the shoulders, elbows tight into the side of the rib cage, and the hands pointing forwards. So this is our starting position. So here I'm not rising up, I'm sort of in a low position. I'm going to take a breath in and rise up and lengthen between the elbows and the shoulders. So we take a breath in and we're looking forwards. And we're going to go around to the right. So we take a breath in to prepare. Breathe out, looking over the top of the right shoulder and glimpsing the ankle of the right foot. And then we come back, breathing in, back to centre, breathing out, relaxing down. And then we're going to go around to the left this time. So breathing in, rising up, breathing out, looking over the top of the shoulder, glimpsing the left ankle, holding that, and breathing in back round. So I'll just do one on each side again without any narrative. So we come from the start position, rising up, breathing out, glimpse the ankle. And then just relax the arms along the sides and turn the head over to the side. Just wiggle the fingers and just feel completely relaxed. So the next one is the Cobra. So this time we're taking the hands about level with the eyes. The elbows are still tucked in at the rib cage and the forearms are pointing forwards. The starting position is with the forehead on the mat, and as we come up we actually go from touching the forehead to the mat, touching the nose to the mat, touching the chin to the mat, and when we come down we reverse that process. So placing the forehead down on the mat, we go forehead, nose, chin, pushing up with straight arms and looking up towards the ceiling, stretching the psoas muscles, lowering off to 45 degrees on the forearms, taking a breath in, breath out and lower. Chin, nose, forehead. So this time we'll do 2 breaths. If you're happy with just doing one, just stay with one. So coming up, forehead, nose, chin, rising up, looking up towards the ceiling and stretching those psoas muscles, lowering off to 45 degrees on your forearms. Take a breath in, breath out, breath in, breathe out slowly and come down. this time we'll do 3 breaths, but you can stick with 1. If you like to just do 2, you can do that. Or if you want to do 3, then just follow me. So we're going forehead, nose, chin, pushing up, looking up at the ceiling, lowering off to 45 degrees, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, coming down slowly with the breath. Take the arms alongside the body, turn the head to one side, and just let everything relax. Take a big breath in and sigh it out. Completely relax. So the next pose is the locust. So I'll just demonstrate what the locust looks like, and then we're going to do a build-up to it. So if you just keep still while I demonstrate. So we're going from this position, basically we're raising the legs and the arms off the floor and looking forward. So that's the finished position. If that's too strenuous, you can modify it. So what we're going to do first of all is just do individual legs raised off the floor. So we're going to raise the hip of each leg off the floor. Then we'll try raising the arms and the chest off the floor, keeping the legs down. And then we'll try raising both legs, but we're going to sort of hoist our hips up off the floor using our fists. So we'll just go through that process. So we're going to lie down, just position your chin on the floor, and just stretch the right leg out, pointing the toe and lifting at the hip. So my hip on the right side is off the floor, the left side still on the floor, and then we just place it back down slowly. Lengthen the left leg, stretching out to the toes, raising the leg up and raising the left hip off the floor while the right hip remains on the floor, and feeling that stretch and lowering off. Just adjust your body a little bit. So this time we're going to try both legs coming off the floor. You won't be able to get all your hips off the floor, but you'll get your thighs pretty much off the floor if you do this reasonably well. Work within your own capabilities, so avoid any injury. So if it's too strong for you, don't do it, just relax on the mat. So both legs stretching out and raising up, holding those legs up. Might find it good to push down on the backs of the hand against the mat, and then come back down. Just take a couple of breaths. We'll do that 2-leg raise once again, so stretching and pointing the toes, and lifting both legs up, pushing on the back of the hands against the mat, and then back down. So this time we're going to make a fist, and we're going to put those fists underneath the hips. So basically full length of the arms, bring the fists in either side of the pelvis, so the hip joints are resting on top of those fists rather. So we're going to take a breath in to prepare, breathe out. Breathe in, lift the legs. Just lifting those legs up off the floor, holding them, feeling that stretch, feeling that work in the base of the back, and lowering the legs down again. We'll do that once again, straightening the legs and lifting them off, holding them for a breath and placing them back down again. And this time we're going to do the torso, the front of the body and the arms, so the legs staying on the floor. So just take a breath in, breath out, and as we breathe in, raise the upper part of the body, stretch the hands back over, looking forward along the floor, and back down. So breathing in as we go into this helps the strength in the pose. So we'll just do that once again. Take breath in to prepare. Breathe out. Breathe in and lift. Looking forward and lowering off. So this time we're going to put it all together. So obviously we're lifting the legs without the fists, and we're lifting the arms as well. So the arms, the front of the torso and the legs are all coming up into that locust pose. So take a breath in to prepare. Breathe out. Breathe in and lift. Looking forwards, holding that pose, stretching down into the fingertips and stretching down into the toes. And then lowering off. So we'll just do that one more time. So taking a breath in to prepare. Breathing out. Breathe in and lift. Lower off. And just turn your head to one side and relax. So all of these videos that we've got on our website can be repeated. So if you find postures that you can do comfortably, then by all means repeat them. Obviously don't overdo it. We should all work within our own capabilities. So in yoga we talk about non-harm. So that's non-harm to your body and non-harm to the world. So don't try and push into a pose and overstretch a muscle and cause the muscle to be pulled or any strains in the joints. Okay.